of the National Communications Network. It is 21 hours. And of course, a very good evening to you. Welcome to Police and You. The name is Stan Gouveia, the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Police Force. Mike Side, keeping you company from now until about 22 hours, where, as is customary, we give you a chance to be able to hear from various officers of the Ghana Police Force, and not only to hear from them, but be able to have your questions answered should you have those. On tonight's program, we have with us the second in charge of administration of the Ghana Police Force. It's none other than Deputy Superintendent Allison Moore. Good evening to you and welcome to the Police and You.
Good evening, Stan. Thank you so much for having me here.
All right, now we're talking about administration, which is a whole gamut of so many things. And for those of you who are tuned in, do remember that you can send your questions as it relates to administration about the Ghana Police Force to either WhatsApp on 6320147. That's 6320147. You can follow the conversation online at the Ghana Police Force's Facebook page and our Instagram page, where it is streaming live, and you can get your questions answered also. So, what you can do in terms of participating, for those of you who would like to do that live, ask any question of Deputy Superintendent Moore. The number to call in studio is 226-4762. That's 226-4762. Ask your question, be as brief as possible, and give her a chance to actually answer you. All right? So here we go. The Police and You. Again, good night, Deputy Superintendent Moore. And as we say, welcome down. I want to ask, as the second in charge of administration for the Ghana Police Force, what does your office command on and the responsibilities that it entails?
It's very wide, and basically, we deal with HR, personnel, human resources, basically everything about the rank and file of members of the Ghana Police Force. Their requests for leave, whether they're sick, annual, if they want to go on a course, if they are interdicted, they want to leave the job, you name it, that's what we do. Basically, the office compiles a history of those persons.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it compiles a history of the persons past and present of the Guyana Police Force.
The person's past and present.
Yes.
More particularly, so when you did mention that, I know something jumped out, I guess, a few weeks ago. Some persons would have messaged us and we would have actually communicated with your office to get some clarity on that. And that's, you used the word interdicted.
Yes.
Now, walk us through what are the circumstances that would cause someone to be interdicted, and what are the possibilities of reinstatement?
Well, in terms of a person being interdicted, first of all, an accusation has to be made. And ranks are not just interdicted. The order to interdict comes from the DPP, or we now have the police legal advisor. Having gone through all of that, then is when that process begins. Now, ranks are interdicted because there is enough evidence for them to be placed before the court. And we are so advised, the Commissioner of Police is so advised. So when that advice comes, once that rank is charged, we interdict. Now, I know you would like for me to get to the part of the reinstatement. That's what you want to know.
Well, eventually, because
Eventually, okay, as the matter progresses, okay, let's say it is finished, the matter is finished, we still have to have the advice on whether or not to reinstate. Now, there is where the problem lies, because some of the persons, they feel that because a matter has been dismissed, that they must be reinstated. No,
or it should be automatic.
No, it is not like that. It is definitely not like that. First of all, many of those persons are the ranks interdicted. Some of the allegations that are made before them bring about so much embarrassment to the force, right? The commissioner in his good office, he has to make a determination on whether or not he is doing the right thing to reinstate that rank. No, it's not just about bringing them in. It's about going through their history. In some instances, there are ranks who have had a very colorful record whilst being members of the Guyana Police Force. And so you would understand that one has to be very careful, or the commissioner acting has to be very, very careful on deciding whether or not that rank is reinstated.
Mm-hmm.
That will come at some point in time, but there are other factors.
You did mention that in order for interdiction to occur, there must be some sort of accusation.
Yes.
And evidently, for that person to then be placed before the courts for
Yes.
that action to happen.
Yes.
Have you found that in some instances, some of the accusations were without any merit to taint that rank and would have put them at a disadvantage? And if you did find any like that, when that is